This American dream.
Yeah.
It's not easy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is like, okay, hands.
Yeah.
You know, you don't just hope for it, right? You gotta like be about it, no?
Yeah.
I mean, you must really buy into it. If like you're here by yourself in the quarry, you're still going.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to follow a group of international builders with zero professional experience to see if they have what it takes to build a castle.
The bolts have gotten loose.
It's a race against time. It's a race against money. It's a race against natural resources. Will they succeed? Will they fail? Or will it be something worse? This is American Castle. American Castle, rise from the ashes high. Holding the train where the truth don't die. American Castle. I just wonder if there's any part of you that is doubting this mission, wondering if this is a mistake.
Like just in the plane when we were taking a red-eye flight over here, that's what I was thinking about. I'm like, how fucking crazy am I be insane to be doing this and putting money into this? So that crosses my mind, a few times a day, but I'm okay with failure. If we fail, we fail. What I'm not okay with is not giving it 150%. Yeah.
Took the red eye. Finally, American didn't let us down. Very happy. The number one reason I'm building a castle is because Peter is a dear, very good friend of mine. And he asked me to help him. And we know each other for close to a decade. So we understood each other very well, and he entrusted me with my decision making and asked me to come along and help him out.
Coming into this, I had never met Joachim, and it was clear that he was very much in Peter's corner. And I had to ask him at one point, like, what burning building did Peter pull you out of that allowed you to have this sort of like steadfast loyalty and devotion? And from my perspective, I see a lot of Don Quixote, Sancho Panza connection here.
Yeah, poquito más here, señor. Yes,
I want you to say your name, what you do for a living, and what you're doing out here.
My name is Joachim Ponza, and I'm an engineer and educator in the field of educating people with disabilities. And I'm here to simply help out Peter with this project, building a castle.
It's literally Peter Fedorov and Joachim Sancho Panza. Don Quixote was this huge dreamer, larger than life, the impossible dream. And that's what Peter is, right? He's out there, some might say head in the clouds, thinking huge, right? But the thing is, every Don Quixote needs a Sancho Panza, because you can't stay up in the clouds. You gotta have some sort of an anchor. You gotta have some sort of person or partner that can see your vision and help you lock it in. I think you can start with hope, but when hope, if you add a little bit of like support, well, then it starts turning into belief, and then belief is powerful.
Before, there were certain days where I did part of the wall, concrete, used all the machines. Now I only focus on the wall.
Joachim is definitely boots on the ground, and he's going to help Peter accomplish this goal every step of the way. And in doing so, he allows Peter to continue to dream big, right? And so that connection, that Don Quixote Sancho Panza thing, it's such a incredible relationship and journey to watch out here and see it kind of come to play.
Looks like it's getting harder.
Yeah. It is getting harder. Like my weenie. Hey, you cut it out, nah?
That's it.
Ah!
shit. You're wiggling some teeth there. Some of them look a little loose.
I hit a metal post. So I chipped the teeth and
What do we do about these teeth?
problem. Keep using it until it breaks more, and then instead of fixing it. So, yeah, it's cutting fine, even though it's a little messed up. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, 3 more blades. It should be enough.
These things, they're not sharp to the touch, but obviously this thing's spinning and it can cut through limestone. So, like, what is it about? Is it a physics thing? Is it like the speed or the strength of the, how, what is it? Explain that to the average.
This piece of material here has diamonds in it.
No shit.
Yeah, little industrial diamonds. They're much harder than most rocks. So the diamonds are the ones that don't give and the rocks do give.
Some of us don't die with the human spirit. We're born with a spirit, and I think as we get older, we get it kind of beat out of us. You know, we get discouraged a little bit, and we stop chasing our dreams, our ideas, and yeah, it may be something somebody tells you that this is not going to work, or this is, you know, people get discouraged probably. And I do believe that a lot of people lose their passion that they were born with and kind of settle for something. When America was founded, it was founded on that spirit of, you know, dream big, create something that you want to create. I think that's why actually people left England, and I definitely think probably the biggest part of America was this entrepreneurial spirit of like, hey, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna create something, I'm gonna build something and build something out of nothing. Because, you know, when we moved here, there was not a lot here. So fast forward 250 years, 300 years to where we are now, I think we're struggling. I think that spirit has kind of gone away, and maybe a lot of people, maybe America's losing its way. Or maybe we'll wake up and rekindle that spirit again. You have to take, I think, big swings in life, because if you take small swings, you know, the chances of it happening are, you know, aren't great anyway. So you might as well take a big swing. And a lot of times you create these barriers in your mind and you say, hey, this is too big, it can't work, right? But when you really think, when you ask yourself the question, why can't it work? You start to realize that, hey, maybe it can work. And then you talk to other people and they're like, yeah, it could probably work. We all limit ourselves with certain beliefs in our mind that something is difficult, right? But is that your belief or somebody implanted that in your mind, right? So, and I think you have to ask yourself constantly, why? Why do I believe that something's difficult? Starting from like ground zero. I think Elon Musk refers to this as first principles thinking. Is you start with nothing. You start with knowing nothing and having no beliefs and questioning every belief. Like, why is it? Why is it really that difficult? And working from there without any preconceived beliefs that we put into our brain. Hopefully people dream positive dreams about building, creating, and not hating other people. You know, people like to get on the internet and like to rip on people that create stuff or build stuff, and I think people should just go and do their own thing and create their own thing and be happy for other people. Yeah.
You didn't just wake up with a dream. You didn't just wake up and think it's a good idea to, you know, build things and pursue your dreams. Like, you were 9 years old. There were tanks in the street, man, right? That's not a
5 years old.
5 years old. That's not an exaggeration. There were literally tanks in the street.
Yes.
You were born in
USSR.
In the 90s, right?
Yes. People were starving. There was no food. There was crime in the streets. So it was probably the worst time ever for the people who actually lived there.
And you experienced it. You took it all in.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, every one of the countries doesn't have a government, so
So it's just like,
yeah, it's chaos. you know, you just kind of figure out how to make it in chaos here. It's a tough situation.
And you overcame it, or your family overcame it.
Yeah,
So you come here and you're like the United States, and, you know.
it's the greatest country on earth. Like, you know, like back when I first moved here, they tell you the America's dream is you can do anything you want. You can chase your dream, you can become anything you want. Now it's like, so a lot of people take the negative approach and they look at the negative side of things. Everyone has struggles, but I think like the whole dream of the country should be a little bit more positive. To create anything, like great, you gotta work hard. You know, you gotta work your ass off. So.
Kurt and Juan, they have a really special relationship. Your typical Boston employee, I mean, they don't like each other. They're sort of destined to be mortal, and it's that cliche like, oh, 9 to 5, boss doesn't understand me, he doesn't respect me. With Juan and Kurt, you know, Kurt likes that Juan is his employee, and Juan loves working for Kurt. It's definitely more of a chain of command situation versus like someone who has power and someone who doesn't. You know, someone who's a boss who's gonna flex their power to bring their employee down in order to preserve that power. That's not what you see with Juan and Kurt. They have a symbiotic nature about their workflow and their business and their life, and it all coalesced in their ideals about, you know, building and creating and preserving land and taking care of things and bringing things back to life and being okay when things, you know, go to death, even if it is a machine, right?
Whatever I learn, I pass to the other people to, you know, I don't know, I can explain to you how I feel when I do these kind of things. I don't know. It's made me happy, that's it. Agarra el teléfono, Juan, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias, Juan, porque tú me enseñaste a usar la máquina, mi vida ya cambió. Dio una vuelta de 360 grados, gano más dinero, sé usar la máquina, me pagan mejor, todo cambia. Yo me siento a gusto enseñando a la demás gente lo que yo sé. Si ellos me lo enseñaron a mí, yo soy feliz pasándoselo a los demás, porque puede cambiar su vida el día de mañana.
Where are we at? We're at 9 feet, 10 feet? We're at 9 feet, 10 feet?
People might laugh at us, and you know what? They might be right, because when you tell somebody you're gonna have the biggest castle, I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't laugh at me or at anyone in this project. But as long as we get the right people, I think we have a shot.
Is your guy having fun out there?
Oh yeah. He'll be out here at 6 a.m. until like I tell him like, hey, are you hungry? And then he will go back out sometimes.
So we needed a beam to put over the door, and I happen to have a lot of logs and the machines that cut them real quick. So here's the beam. This is Australian red pine. It's one of the hardest woods there is. It actually sinks in water, but it's a little too dense for the bugs to eat. Well, a good amount of them, not all of them. So it's not bad for beams, but I like it for the castle because it has all these character traits that kind of other wood does not.
Yeah, say that quote again.
So the human spirit,
Yeah,
we're all born with it,
yeah.
but we won't all die with it.
Oh, we won't all die with. For me, the philosophy about life are two things: motivation and discipline. And if you are motivated and are disciplined, that's when things are happening. They are always up and downs, but the human spirit is something very fragile. The human spirit is something we all comes from every individual itself. It can be broken, but if you have good family and good friends, not a problem. Okay. So, philosophy. The Greek Plato. Folks out there, I give you a very
only believe every other word Eric tells you.
Hey guys, thank you for watching the episode. Really appreciate it. If you guys can do us a really huge favor and take a survey down below. We've been working really hard here. I'm actually at Eric's house right now. We're on the weekend, we're also working in the power tools company. We need your help to improve the show and see what kind of content you like, what kind of building shows you watch on YouTube. It's a quick survey in the description. If you take it, it'll mean the world to us. We really appreciate your help. Thanks so much.